Hello students, welcome to ABBH's Digital Classroom. Standard 10th Geography. Students, we have done the lesson number 8, Economy and Occupations, from the Diksha app, the 3 videos that were sent from the Diksha app. Now I am going to take a review of this lesson. We have studied from this lesson about the gross national income, the contribution of different occupations, different sections towards the gross national income or the gross domestic product. Now let us take a review of the full lesson. An economy of a country depends on the economic activities carried out in the country. You know what are the economic activities? All those activities that are done in the intention of earning money, in exchange of money. These activities are called as the economic activities. You have also learned that there are 3 types of economic activities. Those are the primary, secondary and the tertiary. Now India has a higher national income than Brazil. Brazil is one of the world giants of mining, agriculture and manufacturing, and it has a strong and rapidly growing service sector. Service sector is the tertiary sector, that is where the services are provided, and this sector, when the service sector contributes most to the gross domestic product, to the GDP, that means the economy is a rich economy. On the other hand, India is still dependent on agriculture. Though service sector is also increasing in India, but basically India is an agrarian economy, or the primary activities, the primary sector contributes more to the Indian economy. Like the Indian economy, the Brazilian economy is also a mixed economy. Both the Indian and the Brazilian economies are developing economies. Their per capita incomes are very less as compared to the developed countries like the USA. Now, what is the per capita income? The total national income divided by the population. So, what you get is the per capita income. Per capita means per head. So the per head income or the per capita income of both these countries are very less as compared to the developed countries. It is interesting to note that though India has a higher national income as compared to Brazil, still the per capita income of India is lower than Brazil. That is because of the high population of India. We have studied that India is a densely populated country, whereas Brazil is a sparsely populated country. And so the per capita income of an Indian is far more less than the per capita income of a Brazilian. Now let us study the per capita income from 1960 to 2016. Now the figures are given in US dollars. Find out what is the rate of $1 US for today. In 1960, the per capita income of Brazil was 240 and that of India was only 90. And it went on growing till 2016. Still, there is a lot of difference in the per capita income of Brazil and India. And if you see USA, the developed country, USA is far more ahead in the race of the per capita income. This shows how rich the economy is. Now let us take a glance at the primary activities of Brazil. Here you can see the primary activities. that is the agriculture, mining, animal husbandry. Now here you can see most of the primary activities are found on the eastern coast of Brazil. As we have studied in the earlier chapters that the eastern coast is most populated, the densely populated, the conditions here are favorable for the population to survive, and also the dense population is found in this place, and therefore we find a number of primary activities in this region. Now here you can see the fishing also is done mostly in the eastern coast, and that is because of the warm current and the cold currents. Here you can see a red arrow and a blue arrow which shows the confluence of the warm and the cold current, and here you can find a lot of fish because they find food in this place. Now as we go towards the north, the central, the western part of Brazil, here you will find only the agricultural activities, that are the rubber plantations in the Amazon forest. Unlike Brazil, India's agriculture contributes more towards GDP. Now here on the map of Brazil we have studied so many agricultural activities and the mining and all other primary activities. Similarly, you are going to make a map of India, you are going to fill the agricultural activities, the different crops grown in India, the different minerals found in India. As India is an agrarian country, the basic occupation, the primary occupation of Indians is agriculture. As we have 60% land under cultivation. This is because of the enormous expanse of level plains. Go to the physiography of India, you have studied there. The North Indian plains are level plains, rich soils and high percentage of cultivable land. All over India we have a wide climatic variety and a long growing season. This provides a strong base to agriculture. In India, agriculture has been a long-standing activity. Now, fishing also plays an important role in the economy of India. Fish is not only used as a food, but also for the medicine. It has some medicinal uses. Oil is also extracted from the fish, and the most important part is it generates employment. Fishing is an employment generating sector, as well as we also export the fish. A good quality of fish is exported to the other countries and we earn foreign exchange. Now when we see the other industries of India, that is the secondary sector, here you can see the basic industries, ONGC, RA, then the RCF. Most of these industries are based on the primary occupations, the primary sector. Now let us study about the trade of India. If we go back to the 9th standard, we have studied about the trade of the different types of trade and the balance of trade. Now what are the types of balances of trade? When the export of any country is more than the import, that is, we are selling more than buying from the other countries, there the balance of trade is a favorable balance. Whereas when the imports are more, when we are buying more things from the other countries and selling less goods to the other countries, there it is called as the unfavorable balance of trade. We are less independent in that case. Now here if you see the exports and imports of India and Brazil, from 2009 till 2013, Do you find the imports are less than the exports? In all these years, we have not found that the imports are exceeding the exports. Everywhere everywhere the imports have exceeded the exports. The exports are less and the imports are more. And so India has an unfavorable balance of trade. Whereas in Brazil, here you can see Brazil exports more than what it imports. Now for this table, you are going to write down all these answers along with the table. The Indian companies set up industrial centers all over Brazil and invested a lot of capital. The Indian companies have invested in such sectors as IT, that is information technology, pharmaceuticals, that is the medicines, energy, agribusiness, mining, engineering and auto sectors. Brazil's footprint in India is smaller but important. The Brazilian companies have invested in automobiles, IT, mining, energy, biofuels, footwear sectors in India. Now here there is a graph given. This is a line graph that shows the India and Brazil trade. The export and import is shown in million US dollars. The red line shows the import from Brazil and the blue line shows the export to Brazil. Now here you are going to write the answers to these questions and write a note on the trade between Brazil and India. Now here we are done with the lesson, with the review of the lesson. If you have any doubts, you will post your doubts on the group. Go on studying. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.